kid's mom packed him beef jerky in his lunch every single Friday. One morning, she throws some beef jerky in a Ziploc bag for him. Pretty normal. Well, he's sitting down for lunch and one of his friends knows he has beef jerky. His friend asks, "Hey man, can I get you beef jerky today?" "Sure bro, here." He trades the beef jerky for a bag of chips. Now he's sitting there eating his chips while his buddy is munching on the beef jerky. He's scarfing it down. That's when his mom texts him. The text says, "Do not eat the beef jerky. I accidentally put dog food in the bag." Oh God, no. Now he's taking a look at his friend who's eating this and he's like, "Yeah, that looks like dog treats." At first he's like, "I'm not gonna say anything," but that's his friend. He has to, so he does. "Hey, bro, my mom just texted me. She accidentally packed me dog treats." "You're eating dog food?" "What? What do you mean?" "They're not bad, man. I'm gonna keep eating them." All right, bro. Kid just keeps eating the dog food. He liked him so much, he even asked this kid to have his mom pack him the same stuff for the next Friday. That kid is nuts. This kid had a problem growing up. His little brother was the problem. Because every single time something got broken, or something disappeared, or there was a huge mess, "It was him! I didn't do it!" What? And it didn't matter what the situation was. The mom would always yell at the older brother. "Mom, I didn't do it!" "I don't care. Shut up." He was constantly getting grounded. After the 10th time, this kid goes to Walgreens and he buys a disposable camera. From that day on, it never leaves his pocket. Anytime he sees his little brother doing something that he knows he's gonna blame him for, he snaps a picture. Coloring on the walls. Later, "Who colored on the walls?" "It was him." But he wouldn't say anything just yet. He saves up these moments for weeks. He even takes the grounding until one day he goes to Walgreens again and he drops off the camera to develop the photos. When he gets them back, he sits his mom down at the table. "Mom, I want to show you something." "What?" "You know every single thing that my brother blamed me for, that you grounded me for? Blamed you because you did it." "Oh yeah? Well, look at this. That's the vase. There he is. He broke it. That's him with a crayon drawing on the wall. That's him hiding the remote in the bathtub." Cold, hard evidence right there in her face. And you know what she does? She grounds him for disrespect. Guess it doesn't matter what you do. Your mom doesn't like you. That's that. Every Saturday, this kid went to his little brother's baseball games. "Come on, Franklin!" And every Saturday, the same thing would happen. All the bleachers would be filled, and parents are arriving. They get to the lawn, and then they realize, "Aw, man, I forgot the chairs!" Now, the game's about to start, so they have two options. Stand there for the entirety of the game, or sit in the grass. Well, like I said, after watching this happen every weekend, this kid gets a brilliant idea. He goes on Facebook Marketplace and buys 10 folding chairs for almost nothing. Loads them into a little wagon, shows up to the field before the first game starts, and then he waits. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, "Dang it, I forgot the chairs at home." He walks over. "I got a couple you can use." The parents look relieved. "Oh, thank you so much. $5 a chair. Not to buy it, to rent it. For the game only." The parent doesn't even think about it. Yes, $5 a chair. You got yourself a deal. Now he's sitting comfy, watching his kids suck at baseball. Other people at the game realize this, see what's going on, and he rents out every chair. And this happens every weekend. He wrote numbers in the back of the chairs so he knows which ones he lent out. Eventually, he has 20 chairs. And then he expanded his business by bringing in snacks that he was selling for cheaper than the concession stand. The kid was a genius, and the parents had a place to sit. New kid goes to school, tells everyone he's rich. "Yeah, I got a mansion and a home theater and a giant pool with a water slide." "Wow, do you have a basketball court?" "No, I have an indoor basketball court." "That's crazy." He told people his family had 3 staircases because his house was that big. People believed him because why wouldn't they? And whenever people asked, "Why don't you ever invite anybody over?" he always had an answer. "The house is being remodeled." My parents also don't like that many people over. And people eventually started treating him like he's royalty. Then one day the school takes a field trip. This kid's sitting on the bus, once again talking about his mansion, talking about the movie room, the big gate that opens up so you can go up the driveway. The bus driver is hearing all of this, and he starts smiling because this bus driver knew this kid from a different town he used to work in. He's also his bus driver in the morning, so he knows where this kid lives. He's an old family friend. So the bus driver's driving through town. He's hearing this kid talk. Then they're about to pass this kid's house, his actual house, a very normal house. Bus driver points out the window and says, "Hey Roger, there's your house." And there it is. Tiny house, definitely not a mansion.
Oh, wait, I thought you said you lived in a mansion, dude.
Yeah, that's not a mansion at all.
No, you got it wrong. That's not my house.
Oh no, that's definitely your house. I've known his family for years. But he couldn't fix that. Everyone knew he was a huge, ginormous liar. And they stopped treating him like royalty and began treating him like a lying kid. Hey, nice try. This kid was hanging out with his friend, playing video games, eating pizza, watching a movie. Yo, this night is so fun. Then his friend's mom walks into the living room. She's carrying snacks. Right as she sets the bowl on the coffee table, she lets out an absolute monster fart. This kid immediately bites his lip because in his house, the entire family would be laughing because farts are funny. Nobody reacted. She let out a monster fart and nobody did anything. His friend was messing with the TV. Dad was just sitting there. Not to mention the smell. The smell was so weird. He starts laughing because he can't help it. And everyone looks at him like he's crazy. What? What's up? Something happened? Hey, what's so funny? This is supposed to be a drama. Oh, nothing. He asks his friend about it later. And his friend was just like, I don't know. I guess we just don't think farts are funny. But even if it's like a super big weird one like your mom did, I guess. To him, he said that was so strange. What do you think? Back in the day, McDonald's had the craziest deals. Every Wednesday, hamburgers were only 25 cents, but the catch was only 10 per person. Well, this kid's parents were divorced, and they were with their dad every Wednesday. So every Wednesday after work, this dad would pull into McDonald's with his two kids. They'd each get into different spots in line, and they would each buy 10 hamburgers. The kids thought it was awesome.
This is awesome, Dad. I love McDonald's.
Yeah, Dad, I like it too.
I'm happy, kids.
30 hamburgers. They'd go back to their dad's apartment, they'd all eat hamburgers. Then the dad would wrap all leftover hamburgers in tinfoil and put them in the freezer, and that was that. The kids would then get picked up by their mom, and the dad would use those burgers to feed themselves. And because the kids were only at their dad's house one night a week, the dad would use the burgers to feed himself. Every other day, he would come home from work to an empty apartment, take a burger out of the freezer, heat it up, eat it, rinse and repeat. Then the next Wednesday when the kids would come over, they'd go to McDonald's again. That was his routine. And it wasn't because he liked McDonald's that much. It was because 25-cent hamburgers were pretty much all he could afford. But the thing is, those Wednesdays were some of the kids' favorite memories ever. They just didn't realize their dad was eating them every single day because he was broke. My bike chain broke. Call Bike Boy. This neighborhood had this one kid. Everybody called him when their bike broke. He could fix anything. Flat tire, if your chain fell off, the brakes were wonky, call him. Hey, my brakes are wonky. I'm on 5th Street. You called the right guy. He showed up carrying this beat up old backpack. He drove a bike, and attached to the bike was this trailer thing that he would keep all his tools in, spare tires, chains. He had a bike pump. It was a mobile bike repair shop. He even made his own tiny business cards. Tyler's Bike Rescue, and his phone number. The entire neighborhood kept them in their wallets because you never knew when you needed them. Even parents would put these business cards on their refrigerator. Business started getting bigger and bigger. Suddenly, he wasn't just fixing bikes. He would install new grips, swap the pedals out for something nicer, adjust seats, improve the seats. He was now a bike repair and customization service. Every afternoon, there'd be 2 or 3 bikes flipped upside down in this kid's driveway, and he'd be working on them. People were paying him pretty good. And by the end of summer, Tyler, this random middle school kid, became the neighborhood's official bike roadside assistance and customization. You gotta respect the hustle. This kid's dad owned a self-storage facility. Those places that have tons of those storage units that look like garages. Well, one summer, this kid asks his dad, "Dad, can I please use one of the storage units as a hangout place for my friends?" His dad said, "Okay, son, you can use 1 unit." So every Saturday, this kid would go, unlock the unit, and he would bring a bunch of stuff there. Him and his friends dragged in an old couch, a TV, a mini fridge, a folding table, a carpet. They had an extension cord. They were playing Xbox. At first, it was just 4 of them. This is awesome, right, guys? Then somebody else. Pretty soon, every afternoon, there was like 20 middle schoolers hanging out at this storage unit. It was like the world's smallest clubhouse, but it was awesome. There were rules. There was snacks and drinks in the fridge. Their very own secret headquarters. The funniest part, all these kids' parents thought they were just hanging out at somebody's house. This went on for the entire summer. Then one afternoon, one of these kids' moms has her pick him up at this place. She gets there and she's like, "This isn't somebody's house. But then she sees a bunch of bikes out front, so she goes inside. She looks around. She starts hearing a noise. What is this? She knocks on the unit door where the noise is coming from. They open it, and she sees like 15 guys playing Xbox inside. What's going on here? Oh no! And instead of being a cool mom, she was super mad. Threatened to call the police. Threatened to expose this kid's dad. And after that, it was shut down. And all I know is, that mom sucks.